Yeah, this is Scotty
And Noah.
from Smart Tunes, back at you with this video today. We are talking about none other than the inimitable Thin Lizzy, in which many guitar players pass through, such as Gary Moore and Brian Robertson, among others. And yeah, that's a great band to get into. And this is a tune, if you haven't heard of them before, that your entree should be solidified by jumping in with this, with like twin guitar harmonies, great melodies, super lyrics, just all together rock and roll swagger, genius. You know, it just, you know, on the bass, it was like driving the whole band. Phil Lynott, who left us all too soon, and look into his body of work. It's extensive and awesome. Thin Lizzy should not be forgotten, overlooked. And among other things, we've got the main guitar, the twin guitar harmony line, and we've got the, I guess, the slow melodic solo that comes, which is also a twin guitar harmony line later in the tune. So breaking it down, it's basically, you got to get the tuning. I think the tuning, if you got like an ability to change the tuning, it's plus 0.13. It's a little off. So just, if it sounds weird, tune your guitar to the actual recording, kind of goose it, like listen for the open A. That's where it's going to get you, and then just kind of freeze on that for a second and get that A string and tune it from there. Just a tip. Okay, so we've got ours in pitch, and it's working fine. Now, the beginning's just an A5, and then Phil goes, I put that in the intro, just kind of fill time. Then it's a B5. It's not, you think it'd be a B minor. It's not. It's really a B5. You don't even hear, you don't hear this. You just hear, and that's you notice the drums are spitting on the hi-hat. It's like psta-dum, psta-dum, psta-dum. So I kind of like to put those in when we play. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4. It kind of pushes it. It's like it kind of pushes it along, and it's like, you know, it's kind of anticipates that next change. It's kind of cool, something to push, you know, the change forward. It's kind of nice. So the trick with this melody is all it really involves. I was saying deals with, incorporates, and involves, and deals with is. So the lead line is right in the 6th position, if you will. So it's like in the key of A. You got do, re, mi, fa, sol, like those notes, and it's like hiccuping, right?
Mm-hmm. A little stutter.
Stutter, yeah. So you hammer onto your B with your pinky. So if you're like, and then E, and then D, and some good healthy vibrato, right? Like,
yeah, make it sing.
So, also, heavy triplets.
Yeah, triplet.
Show what you're doing. So show them what the deal is. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah. So it's going da 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 da. I mean, really, you gotta triplet, ba da ba da ba da. Listen how it's swinging. It's really syncopating. Like when you learn this riff, like what was the deal?
Yeah, like trying to get that triplet in there, and you know, keep it on the click essentially. You know, it's like one of the biggest challenges learning this little in. Like I said, it's an in major riff, right? But it's like, it's deceiving.
It's
you know
deceivingly
what I mean?
Difficult, yeah, to stutter that in time. And like, And so I just jumped the gun, but I showed you like basically the harmonies down here coming off the E, going to hammering to the F sharp, picking your A up there and to the B. So when he's going, I'm on, and then you can play it here in the same position. I'm in 7th position. He was in 6th, so it's like 1/2 step off. But if I take it off the 5th string, it's a different timbre, right? It's a little bit tricky to like. I don't like that as much. It doesn't sting as much. I like that unwound A there to kind of like to sting a little bit more. So that's just my personal preference to make it sing against what he's doing a little bit more prominently. This sounds a little dark to me. But that makes you set up real well for the. Right? Or it would be in that big place, and then so that's a part later in the tune that comes up. But okay, so without going through a ton of things that would confuse you, let's think of this tune in terms of like the intro is the chorus. It's like the boys are back in town, you know. And that's the chorus and the intro. The A section has A1 and A2. Let's go through the chords from the A section. So it's going to go like, it's going to move a lot faster through the chords and through the harmonic rhythm, which is going to go up to D. So you're going A, C sharp minor, D to F sharp minor, back to C sharp minor, then F sharp minor, then B minor 7, and then D over E, which is cool. It's like. If you're doing 7th position, it's like this. It's just like bar your finger from the 5th string to the 1st and just go. Back to your. Here's A2. C sharp minor 7, D, pushed up to F. Now you could go to the C sharp here. Go ahead. I'm going to go down here. And then. F sharp minor, B minor 7, and then our D over E, right? Leave the E open. And then all right, so you ready to do the melody?
Yeah, let's give it a shot,
cool.
man.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Right? So get this little major pentatonic thing like. So you know, that's kind of a cue to bring it out. We didn't do it the amount of times that you should. But anyway, let's get to, there's like a chorus that gets quiet towards 3/4 of the way through the tune, which kind of like previews what's to come with the outro, which is kind of like the main melody, the twin guitar harmony melody done just to the end. And then they add upper register harmonies. They go up to like the higher notes up here, like. And then, that all comes in over the main melody. And they add like, I think it, maybe how many guitars?
5 or something.
Maybe 4 or 5 or something. Yeah, it becomes, if you listen to the end very carefully, it becomes all these higher voices come in and they sound like they're having a ripping blast. Like there's. Even that one, like one string. I don't think you could even get that up here if you wanted to without doing that big long. I'm doing a stretch from 12 to 14 to 17. Yeah, the A note at the 17. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, that's all in there if you listen very carefully. Kind of fun. All right, so let's give him the slow melody so it's going out of like the... It goes big and then it gets... It's like, pull us back, man. And then we go 1, 2, 3, and... Anyway, so yeah, I mean, there's so much fun to be had with this tune and all the stuff you can get into, and it's really good when you play with another player to kind of figure out, like, we were talking about the vibrato. Go ahead and give a little rap on like what you need to do with that. I guess we talked about
yeah. So like with the harmony lines, and you're playing with another person, you kind of want to match the vibrato in a way. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you both want to be singing at the same time.
Yeah, it's like the same bounce. But it's like if you don't move your line, it sounds so dead, and it doesn't blend. So the more this sounds funny, but like the more vibrato you give it, you don't want to be like. You want to be like I mean, I'm really like listen to the difference. 1, 2, 3. Shake that C sharp too. Yeah. Just the C sharp. Ready? 2, 3, and again. A little faster. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. That's cool. And see how different that sounds. It's like it's a small detail, but it makes a big difference, and it's cool to make it really kind of like have a certain attitude. It's a different life to it, and it gives it more zip, I think.
Yeah.
Something cooler. So yeah, but let's go over this line. So it's like coming out of the... I go to the... Just hold there. So he's going to the 5th. So we got E, C sharp, D, E, A. Again, C sharp, D, E, A. D chord. So really still major scale, right? It's so beautiful. Like... and it's pulling it out of that fingering in the 6th position. So, and I'm going kind of more. I opted for more of a legato on one string. So I'm doing the same idea, A major stuff on the D string. So I'm going a little fall off, like. So that's G. Now this is Mixolydian. We've left major scale in because he never introduces at any time the G sharp note of the A major scale. So it's not there. So it's implying a Mixolydian, which is D major scale. Yeah. So when I hit that line, or when it was written by those who know better than I, 3 to 1, 7, flat 7, 1, 2, or 9. That's our 6, our F sharp, So basically, I'm doing that. 3, 1, 7, 1, 2, 6. 7, 1, 2, 6 to the chord, right? And to the D, to the E. And then right there we go. If I had any sense, I'd probably go because it's right there instead of so. And I could jump back on the second one. That's a kind of a fretboard economy thing. Also, when you're doing that riff, when you got to get back to the A chord, it's kind of a good thing to do if you're going. Instead of going, you're going to go catch the B here instead of here. So you're back to your A. So it's like, and you're on your way back down to the chord you got to be on. It's kind of a fretboard economy thing to think about. Like, how would you negotiate when you have to land on something out of a riff or get into a riff? Like, how can you position yourself from being in a chord to set yourself up for the best fingering? And I should probably maybe think about that too, because I'm going like from like. It takes it's probably a lot easier to jump there than it is to jump back there. So I could probably do one, like if I go, come up to the D, 5, 6, 7. And then. I want to end that there. That's another point too. If I'm going, you want to be ready to hit that chord, right?
Right. Exactly.
So it's a little tricky to like negotiate your moves. So if you go, that's real easy because you got an open A. Everybody, glad you're here. Scotty from Smart Tunes. Don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe. We'd love to see you again. It helps us a lot. Thanks. So basically, you just want to like negotiate it so you land where you're going from a riff. So drag, land on it strong and sure and confident of what you are now a rhythm guitar player. You've gone, your role has changed, right? From a lead player to playing the big chunkies. So you got. Yeah, you get your, you definitely flex your mind, your discipline for your chord arrangement retention in this tune because it moves around. I mean, the harmony, it's deceptively difficult. Like at the first, right off the bat, you think, it's just A going to B going to D, and then it just kicks in with the verse, and there is a lot of lyrics. There's a lot of harmonic movement. We're going to play the A2 section. So we're going to push up to an F chord, which is like the new chord that doesn't happen the first time around.
Right.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Up to D. And then Right, exactly. See, I was even creeping back to my F sharp, thinking I was an A1, but he did it right. So we'll do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Climb up. Right from there, now we're gonna go. You could do a C sharp minor here, and then F sharp minor here. I like to contrast. Do that C sharp again. I like to do it back here. I'll do the low one. You do the high one. And then we go to what? We go to a B minor 7. And just do minor. I can hear that in there. Make it minor 7 if you want to, like this. And then, if you can catch, and I do this one. Watch, go. It's a mess, and then focus. See, it's like it becomes cloudy, doesn't it?
Right.
Yeah, it's all this fuzz and fog, and then it's like boom. And this is like basically what he's doing is creating like instead of being like it's like not a hard 5. It's like this enigmatic 5. It's like a D over E. So you're doing an E bar with a D in the top, which is fingered like you're doing a barred D chord, like, but then putting the E bar in the bottom. So you can call this E9 sus4, right? Because we got an F sharp, right? And our 7, a sus4A, root 5th, E9 sus4. Yeah, nice thick A bar chord. So yeah, that's kind of cool. And then there's that sort of part that cooks down at the end, which is like, it's like you've got a similar flow, but then you end on F sharp minor. Let's do that part. 1, 2, 3, and we go like, it comes out of the diddle 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 diddle. 1, 2, 3, and then 5, 6, 7, 8. You got that? So it's a G over B. So it's like, and triplets, right? Yeah, and it goes to C sharp minor. So it's this G over B. It's like this in your cage system, 7th position G major, right? So you go. And then. And then it just goes back. Friday night, you know what I mean? And then on and on and on. So it's kind of a funny part that like leaves you in a kind of a minor place. So it's the relative minor of A, F sharp minor, yeah, and it gives you this like, it's almost like a moment in the narrative where the song sounds like maybe things didn't go that well all together that evening. You know what I mean? It's like gives you this moment of like, and it's not all fun and games. Everything's like very, very arrogant.
Come on, dude, the boys are back.
Yeah, what is it? Blood will be spilled, and like drunks will, drinks will drunks will flow. Drinks will flow and blood will spill. And it's like, yeah. So there's fighting going on. There's like it's a bar scene,
Right.
But like, yeah, as you and I and everyone knows that's ever been in that scene, somebody's always bringing a little bit of a dark cloud over the evening, depending on like who ends up going to jail, or who ends up throwing up in the back of someone's car, or who ends up getting like, I don't know, getting their ass kicked for mouthing off. Kind of like look for these cues, and then basically towards the end you got your big outro with all your like all the options. Let's talk about those options. So you're basically rooting off of the A on the second string, and you're coming from the E. Kind of like almost a BB box. It's like, that kind of like feel. That's it. And you hit that B note. And then the other one would be up in the 14th position, right? Like the way you think about that is where's your A chord? This is like my A chord here. I'm rooting that off of it. And then this is rooted off of this A chord. Like, if you made an A chord shape like that. Let's try that again. Then you push this. You roll it 3 to 1. So it's like A, B, C sharp, A, E, A. Bend that E to F sharp. Return it. D, C sharp, right? And then this one is the heinous one. Like, that's a big reach, 17 to 12. So you push that up to B, to F sharp, to E, you know? It's tricky to get that right. And that's just a tail end thing, but I think if you wanted to figure that out. So, you've seen a lot, you've learned a lot, hopefully. If not, you've got a lot of inspiration. And if not, then I don't know what to do.
We're at a loss.
We're at a loss for what. If that didn't inspire you to at least pick up your guitar and try some of these riffs, then maybe there's another channel for you. But if you love this content, subscribe, like, share, comment, give us your input, give us your suggestions for things you'd like to see in the future. Join our channel. Look for lessons we'll be doing. You know, we're creating a lot of like lessons behind the paywall on smarttunes.org. So we're doing all that we can to bring a lot of great content to you. And obviously the lessons are much more specific. They're much more detailed in terms of the breakdown of things. Here we like to kind of just have it almost like a podcast where we're just two friends just hanging out, swapping ideas, going over tunes we love, talking about technique, talking about chordal concepts and
metronomic feels.
Yeah, metronomic feels. Yeah, definitely. Like how to like get into a subdivided rhythm and like how things are subdivided. Maybe they're eighths or triplets or quarters or where they're living, sixteenths, where things meander. Intonation, it's a big thing, So anyway, this is loose. My lessons are, a lot more directed towards being more professorial. For lack of a better word off the top of my head. Yeah, hold the orange. So yeah, enjoy, tackle this tune, get in tune with it. It's a little bit off, as I said. It's like not exactly, it's a little below tuning your guitar down a half step. It's below that, I think, even somewhere in there. It's just, all I know is it's not right on the money. So get in tune with it, have fun. Give us your comments, like, share, subscribe, but I said that already. So in redundancy, I'm yours. This is Scotty.
And I'm Noah.
From Smart Tunes. See you in the next video.
Tune your mind with Smart Tunes.